through those wonderful, wonderful laptop speakers. Oh, top quality for this program, ladies and gentlemen. Slumming it here in the Sonoran Desert of Nevada, Arizona, I mean. The Arizona yurt. Must mean it's WrestleStock season 2026. I am Danny Danger. You are in the danger zone. This is the official WrestleStock Johncast. And welcome, none of you good for nothings. Well, anyway, welcome. We are here live in the Sonora Desert in my well-ventilated, air-conditioned yurt, as is the only way I would ever fucking come here to this motherfuck of a goddamn desert. Not a fan of deserts. What sort of human being? Well, maybe like armadillos, cacti. Let's put on a little music, little great quality sounding music. What's a good request? How about fucking, I don't know. Age ourselves. Just because I can't be bothered. It's the first thing that came to my mind. Sure, whatever. Fuck. Get copyright struck right off the bat. Okay. So, it's WrestleStock coming up. Got here early so I don't have to rush, because Mr. Hitmaker, by the way, it is Sunday, July 5th, the year of our Lord, Mr. Johnny Hitmaker above, 2026, 6:30, no. No, I think it's still 6:30 right now here, right? Just can you just feel that immersion, ladies and gentlemen? Can you feel it? Never mind what I'm searching up right now. Yes, it is 6:31 now. Pacific Standard Time. Blah, 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 blah. It is very, very fucking hot outside. I cannot spell. Right now it is currently 43 degrees outside. Let me tell you something. I'm never fucking leaving it besides the fact that this place is away from the, of course, and obviously well away from the Johncast district, because you think I'm dumb? No. I specifically said I was going to be doing this Johncast in my own personal yurt where no one knows, no Kilroys, no Montana Majamas threatening me online, none of that, no painted-faced lunatics putting underwear in my mouth, disgusting vermin. You will never find out. You won't. And maybe I have an armed guard outside. You just simply don't know. Maybe Mr. Hitmaker decided that I would have an armed guard. And maybe just one of you just never comes back after WrestleStock, huh? How about that? Don't be dicks. Don't press your luck, bud. I'm like 130 pounds soaking wet. What do you think to accomplish? Anyway, let's get right to the festivities at hand. The announced districts are as follows. The Arizona Regional Wrestling Company will be doing some good old-fashioned family fun wrestling. Captain 80's Fun Time Fantasyland. Pretty sure that you get microdosed in some capacity there. So, go at your own risk. I'm not saying that that's happening. I'm just saying it's probably happening. The Crusaders District of Adventure. You'll never come closer to getting skewered by a rapier. I can tell you that right there. The Desert Mobility Center, of course, very important hub of sorts. The Devil's District, if you want to smash someone's head in with a chair and have a beer with perhaps wrestling legend Chaos, you just simply never know. Don't hit anyone in the head with a chair. If you say that I said, I'm not bailing you out. I don't got that sort of money. The District of Fame, sponsored by Lego, is just in case, folks. So you can hopefully will stay intact this year, because last year was a big disaster, huh? The District of Outcasts is Montague Cervantes is a district where maybe no what are those telephone booths that teleport you here and there. Might not find any of that, but you'll find all sorts of interesting things there. The EFED Pool Creator Zone aren't they dead? Were they found dead in that tree? Or someone said something. Hey, do I have this substance on me? No. You didn't see nothing. That was my inhaler, actually. Mind your business. You can, I don't know if it's IC or OOC, who the heck knows, but all sorts of wrestling personalities can be found there. Just ask. You'll find them. There's the Forbidden Zone, that wonderful arcade that you can go to find the most obscure, odd, disturbing games, including Polybius, including, yes, the purported to be alleged, assumed Polybius, but who can say? Funded by Hitmaker Yamazaki Enterprises, and it is somehow 2 stories. Don't know how the fuck that happened. But yeah, just please go, and you can get lots of like free arcade tokens and all sorts of stuff going on there. Keep going and going and going, and just don't give up, because you know what? Maybe that next quarter you plunk in, you might save the Ninja Turtles from dire straits. Are you gonna let the Ninja Turtles die? You piece of shit. And you fucking know what happened. So anyway, the Legacy Plaza celebrating UGWC history. You can see all that legend shit, which includes shit stuff, not shit. You bastard. There'll be people regaling you. You'll get to hear from the legends and the up-and-comers, telling their tales, weaving their stories. I'm trying to make this a synopsis. I'm not trying to undermine this, so calm down. Because eventually, someone from Scotland might be like, get to the cart already, get to the cart. The Nicholas Vinegar Botanical Gardens. If you want to respite a literal oasis in the desert, special delivery, courtesy of Mr. Hitmaker. He did put his foot down, however, on getting a dry ice bucket so I could keep it cold so it would just last longer. But it's lasting. It's holding up. It's holding up. It's holding up, folks. We do have one viewer. Oh, we did have one viewer, but then they were like, drinking Slurpees on the air? Sick. I'm out of here. Yes, you want some respite from the the heat of the desert, you may also go here. Don't fight there, you're a dick. That's the general rule. The Piercing Media District, where you can too connect like a douchebag, not unlike Travis Pierce. You can go and try show how easy it is to be just like Travis Piss, right? Easy does it. We got Steampunk Station, or vandalize it. Steampunk Station is a Victorian spectacle. I was wondering who was hosting it, though, but am I tripping? I mean, I'm guessing it's probably. I'm assuming that's Betsy Granger's, or Betsy Granger adjacent. Like they dipped their fiendish venomous talons into it. There's the virtual district finally. Reality is optional there. There's infinite worlds and all sorts of things. Feel free to go to the Johncast where you can get some free edibles, and then go to the virtual district. That's a good combination. You can probably also have a good time at the Steampunk Station and the. And you don't need to be stoned to laugh at Travis, but or maybe also go to the John. Go to the Forbidden Zone. Absolutely, you should go stoned. Absolutely, just keep plunking them in. Just keep winning those credits and keep just playing those games. Also, probably the District of Outcasts. Yeah, for sure, a good place to go stoned. Probably not a good place to go stoned is the Devil's District. They're probably not going to tolerate your tomfoolery there, but and the Lego one, you don't want to be the one that tripped literally into say a Donovan Hastings statue, or would you? Well, anyway, and of course the virtual district. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I did not but no timestamps it, did I? There we go. Perfect. God, this is tough. This air mattress is just a little fucked. No, don't worry. Camera on. The camera should have always stayed on. What? Okay, so I think we can kind of skip up to what's this? Yes, I do need glasses. Thank you. We're going to talk about the card now, about this time. Just need to do that little thing. Oh, it's brighter with them off. Let's get to the card, shall we? That's what you're here for, damn it. The scheduled lineup is as follows. This is starting July 7th. That is the day after tomorrow. That is Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. And let me just turn off the Bluetooth. No need for that. No need for that. Here, live at the Sonoran Desert till the 12th. WrestleStock Open confirmed participants. Yes, the WrestleStock Open begins. Am I pronouncing all these letters right? The WrestleStock Open confirmed participants are as follows. The father of professional wrestler Sean Parker, Butch Parker, #1 seed. To the best of my knowledge, Christian Patrick and John Patrick are, and Rowan Thorne are there, but question mark? And of course, Hitmaker Yamazaki Enterprises' own Perfect Kilroy, the terror of Mountain Lee, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, the tactilizing one, Scary Larry Tactless. And Lex Collins, that from back last year, you can recall us talking about the JCW Jailhouse Wrestling Promotions Jailhouse event. Lex Collins was there. They did not cross paths, or I'm a dumb fuck. But anyway, we had another viewer, and then they also left. So they're like, "Hey, man, speed this up." And Isra Vinter, Living Dead Girl, now going by Living Dead Girl. Quite frankly, the Open leads to the key. So those are all the confirmed participants. I don't know if there's any unconfirmed participants just yet. And a busy lad here preparing for this. What? Huh? It's fucking I o'clock. That means 1. I already told you what time it was earlier. It's just that plus a few more minutes. So who do you got? What do you think? Who do you got? What do you think? Well, let me tell you something. It's extremely, extremely foolish of you to forget already the rules that we here at Hitmaker Yamazaki Enterprises never, ever vote against one of our own. And Perfect Kilroy is the pinch hitter, the one to win. Damn it. I got my ring light back in Canada. Hence this incredibly amazing lighting. Anyway, then the Open Festival is the 7th to the 9th, as was stated. But on this Friday, July 10th, the WrestleStock Open round. Oh, wait. Sorry. What the hell am I doing? I just completely missed. For a chance at the Conquest Championship that is currently vacant. The confirmed participants are as follows. Betsy Granger, The Dark Destroyer, Ephod Pool, Gideon Thornfield, Perfect Kilroy again, Lex Collins again. Lex, what are you doing? Mason Adler, question mark? The Anarchist, and more. Which Anarchist is going? Is it which? Oh no, it's they're Riot. Riot and the Anarchist. I'm dumb. Am I forgetting? Am I remembering wrong? Do I need to have like jump starter cables attached to my head? Good. I hope so. Just put me out of my misery. And more. If I were to be away, if you were to give me a moment, I could probably tell you whether there is any and more at all just yet. I'll give you an idea. Hey, what the fuck is Dick? Travis Pierce showed up. Why did he think that was a wise idea? I'm curious as to know how this was allowed even. Let me look at this card. Oh. Yeah, they're scheduled. Sorry, never mind. I was like, what the fuck? Well, anyway, I think you already know the rules, folks. So do we have to do this whole song and dance? No? Cool. Okay, great. So moving on. And here's the thing. You just imagine a world where Perfect Kilroy had the WrestleStock district key and the Conquest Championship. Well, that would be a friendly reminder that you might balk at that. Some of you dicks might balk at that, but just a friendly reminder that Perfect Kilroy is a two-time Combat Unlimited Lethal Trials Cult Wrestling New World Champion. 2 times. And I don't know, but I'm going to say that the folks he beat are not too shabby. How about Barney Green and Corey Black? Huh? Legends in this sport. So put that in your pipe and light the pipe. Then insert the pipe up your ass. For you naysayers out there, it could happen. You never know, and that's a terrible world to live in if that happens. And then the WrestleStock Open Round 1 kickoff matches, which, I mean, there's no point to even really list these off, but we're going to anyway. Christian Patrick versus Isra Winter. I think for all intents and purposes, we can kind of officially state that our votes for Isra Winter, the living dead here. Perfect Kilroy versus Lex Collins. Yeah, right, Lex. Hello, is this thing on, Lex? Are you hearing us, Lex? You don't stand a chance, Lex. Next, John Patrick versus Rowan Thorne. If I were to go subjectively without knowledge, I would probably say that there's probably a likelihood that the cross hemisphere champion would perhaps prevail, but I don't think that's going to be happening. I don't think a match at all is going to be happening, unfortunately, folks. I wouldn't hold my breath. Does that mean someone gets a bye? I don't know how that works. Next, we have Butch Parker, Papa of potential future question mark UGWC World Heavyweight Champion Sean Parker. the Sky Assassin, and Butch Parker, the Land Assassin, taking on Scary Larry Tactless. Well, gee whiz. Butch Parker is I mean, we know of Butch Parker as the fucking no, but not seen him in the ring. Not seen him in the ring. I have seen Larry Tact, but why do we vote for Larry Tact? Huh? It's like who's like the worst of the worst. Okay, so then there's like Gabriel Bale, and then there's Travis Pierce, and then there's like Zane Scott, and then probably either Hastings or Tact. Either Hastings or Tact. I mean, and then we can just go on and on and on like that. You know, it's kind of like that. Anyway, who? So I mean, Butch, you know, good luck there, Mr. Parker. And if you need someone to be ringside to like trip up a leg, Mr. Tact's leg, or maybe pull down a rope, no problem. We're your fella. We'll be there. We'll do it for free. The featured match of this night, however, is a prison break match for the #1 contendership for the Unified Global Wrestling Coalition's Cooperative Championship. Great. The description for the prison break match is not here, and I can't remember. Well, fuck. We'll get to that in a sec. I'll tell you that the participants are as follows. They are Dante Knox and Delilah Knox, the Gemini Syndicate, a name that I love because Zane Scott, the so-called professional, hates it. Therefore, it's a piece of art. It's a work of beauty. So it's whatever the fuck. Taking on Jordan Penn and Riley Reverend Reed, who have yet to have a name, but let's give them one right now. How about just fuck it, man. I don't know. Larry Tact and Zane Scott don't got a team name. Oh well, no, it was the what did we call them last time? The porcelain something. No, ceramic. The ceramic duo. That's right. The ceramic duo. Fragile, just like ceramic, and very likely will fall. I mean, we always like to see their downfall in this program. Scary Larry Tactless, and Zane, the professional Scott. Maybe one day they will calm down, but probably the desert heat is not going to do them any favors, I reckon. So who do we got? I mean, tough to say. I mean, we certainly are not going to put our eggs in no Tact or Scott baskets. What the fuck? You might be on drugs on this program, but we're not on hard drugs, okay? There's something to say that, the Gemini Syndicate are the more established team out of the options. Jordan Penn is a despised character among, the Sebastian Everett Bryce the thirds of this world. But is that simply enough to vote against them? All that talk about Riley Reverend Reed hitting that next level, and they're doing it. They're doing it. Like it's not fast, but it is getting there, goddamn. And this team is quite the spectacle. But tell you what, for the sake of here's a little gift for Sebastian. We'll vote against their wicked stepbrother or whatever the fuck that dick is. Just because you're retiring. Just because. Don't say we didn't do nothing for you. Though I mean beyond that. Oh, yeah, you did. Gemini said it was going to win. What the fuck? I can't get my story straight. Anyway, on the 11th, we have this Saturday. We have the District Conquest. Anyone can appear, but the names listed are who's there, and we've already done that prediction, so we can actually just move straight on to the Circus Death Match for the Chaos Championship. And so no good aforementioned Travis Piss will be taking on the also aforementioned Zane, the professional Scott, and your UGWC Chaos Champion. That's a problem because who the hell are we the maybe they just both smash their heads together and they get knocked the fuck out, and then just the ref's like, well, what am I supposed to do about this? And they just go, oh well, no conclusion. That would be the ideal ending. I mean, very unsatisfying for the fans, but who fucking cares? What the fuck? They don't know that nasty these people are. To me. And the featured match of this night shall be that Slime and your Creative Director of the Year 2026, Gabriel Bale, taking on Sebastian Everett Bryce the third. This is a no-brainer. Gabriel Bale is one of the only, if only, people where Mr. Hitmaker will vehemently refuse to use the honorific Mr. for you. That's a big deal because he even says Mr. Pierce. I'm pretty sure he does say Mr. Scott 100%. So just think about that. Disgusting. Bale, this is like another vanity project. It's gonna blow up in your face. You're a dick. Step back into the ring. We don't forget what you've done. We don't forget what you've done. You are the absolute bottom of the barrel scum of the earth, worse than anyone in the coalition ever has been. The only one worse is your horrible wife, and thankfully they are nowhere near this event. Hopefully, but who knows? If it smells like a skunk just went off, mixed with a little bit of ozone, then yeah. What's her name? Morgan is there. They have no respect for either of you two. You can burn in the fires of hell, and you certainly will, and you'll be like, oh, well, of course we'll be there together now, won't we? Absolutely. Ha 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 ha. Fuck you both. Anyway, so Sebastian Everett Bryce the third, good luck. Kick him in the nuts, stomp his nuts, push his job further into him, so he has to have like reconstructive surgery, make his knees bend the other way. I don't give a fuck. Just end him. Maybe we can have Mr. Hitmaker again for like the second half of the year. What about that? Isn't that great? He did such a fine job last year. Come on. Just think about that. 2 viewers. Finally, on Sunday, June 12th, we have the hallowed 13th annual Hall of Fame ceremony, and golly, I sure wish I could put my finger on who would be entered into it, but we'll soon find out, folks. But I'm really excited about that. Always excited about them Hall of Fame ceremonies. kicking things off this night, which is Sunday next week. And this is why we're not going to be Johncasting next week. We're going to be very busy giving emotional support to Mr. Hitmaker, who will in turn pass it on to Perfect Kilroy and, of course, Enigma, and for the world to not end. That's also very important. Pretty up there on severities is not done. So kicking things off, and speaking of which, we've got a Napoleon's Revenge match, ladies and gentlemen. On one side, we have Dave Rydell seconding. Is that the word? Seconding. The Lord of Pain, Donovan Hastings, who finally, after all this time, gets to have Robert Ouellet, that's right, old Bob himself, back in the ring after 6 years away from it. And who should he get to team up with but none other than our Lord and Savior, Mr. Johnny Hitmaker, the Hollywood North Fashion Plate, ladies and gentlemen. Going back from, hasn't been in the ring since December, when something happened against the aforementioned earlier Scary Larry Tacklips that we will not be going into. The point being, ladies and gentlemen, is that Donovan Hastings holds Robert Ouellet responsible for what happened to Owen Peterson back in March. And in part, I can agree on that. Certainly, Robert Ouellet did something that resulted in something happening to poor Owen Peterson. That resulted in him accidentally getting hit in the head with a baseball bat. Well, it seems that as a result of Johnny Hitmaker taking over as sports entertainment executive, that in some way Hastings holds Hitmaker responsible. It's like responsibility adjacent, because now he's in the position that Peterson was in, and if he wasn't, then maybe none of this would have happened, etc., etc. But Mr. Hitmaker is very adamant that there was no shenanigans behind the scene, and I am inclined to believe it. You have to understand that not everything has to be underhanded, and everything just sometimes falls into Mr. Hitmaker's lap because of his two minds. He's always ahead by that much more than the average person, i.e. all of you. Why don't you understand that? It's not hard. Well, it is hard for you, obviously, but and that's your burden to bear. But despite the fact that Robert Ouellet is a detestable character himself, certainly we're not going to be voting against Mr. Hitmaker. That would be the end of this program forever and a day. So Dave Rydell, big mistake coming back. I don't even know why you decided to do this, except to just be spiteful and a dick because of what happened last time with Perfect Kilroy. You think you got one, and now you're like, oh boy, because of what he did, calling me a Johnny guy, I'm going to really put him in his place. Guess what, dick? That's not going to happen, asshole, because let me make one thing perfectly clear, to temporarily borrow a catchphrase from Mr. Hitmaker, but you both are not a unit of justice and honor. You two are out for revenge. That darkens your souls. You see, Robert Ouellet and Johnny Hitmaker don't like each other, but dislike you both even more. That is honorable because they are coming together in unity of one objective, and that's taking you out and making your quest for revenge to be moot, so that you can relive that memory of Owen getting just walloped in your head. And you're just like, and then you gotta, not only do you have to go up to your girls, your two daughters, and Owen Peterson now and his family, and do a little something that goes along the lines of something like this. I want so bad to get revenge for you, always my friend. But I forgot I was in the presence of Ulay and Hitmaker. 2/3 of the consortium. I don't know what to do for me, girls. I have to put these on. I can't look directly at you anymore. I'm so ashamed. And Owen and girls, both you and all three of you, I mean, I think I'm gonna hang it up now. I haven't learned my lesson. Revenge is bad. You should never be vengeful. I forgive. I forgive Ulay and Hitmaker. I promise you. It's over. I'm sorry, Ulay. I'll give you some money or something to instead. How about that? Okay. I'm so ashamed to even offer that. I feel so cold. Anyway, you think it's going to go one way, it's not going to go the way you think it's going to go. The WrestleStock Open Final Cup. Participants to be determined. Well, obviously, these tournaments, I mean, and then you can think of, okay, well, who's going to win after Lex Collins gets packed in olive oil and canned by the neither man nor beast. Who else will he be up against? Living Dead Girl, or Butch Parker, or Larry Tag. Well, you know, or one of those. First of all, he will grind old man bones. Sorry, we got to go back up on what we were saying earlier. I mean, because now if you're against us after you beat Larry Tag, hopefully, then you will be the enemy, and therefore we'll have little recourse but to do everything in our power to screw you. Living Dead Girl, ditto. Nothing personal, but you know you've been dead for what was it, 20 seconds or a minute? What's another 20 years or more, right? And new Keeper of the Keys, we already told you. But now the featured match, ladies and gentlemen, is for the Unified Global Wrestling Coalition World Championship. And it will be the Sky Assassin himself, Sean Parker, taking on Enigma for what may be the final time in his fucking life. The Unmade King, the Sky Assassin, the Cafe de Olla. Let me tell you something, folks. Sean Parker wants this, needs this, dreams this, breathes this, eats this, drinks this. So I'm going to say it. Box this. But then you have to remember that he's up against Enigma. Let me tell you something. Enigma might not be an official member of Hitmaker Yamazaki Moto, but they are. Parker, HYE adjacent. Why mess with success, Mr. Parker? You'll make a valiant effort. No one doubts that. But what they do doubt, Mr. Parker, is that while you may be good, Jimmy the Catfox didn't even fucking show up, and this podcast is actually almost done. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, Mr. Parker, no hard feelings. We are very biased on this show, as you've probably been able to tell by now. So, and also, ladies and gentlemen, while Mr. Hitmaker may believe that what he says and predicts will come true no matter what, any danger predictions are merely those out of spite and guesses. We are, we do quite well in our predictions. We do quite well, if I do say so myself. We can throw them darts. We can throw them darts. But it's, but I think that's it. That's it. I think we can wrap that up, and we did it pretty neatly too. Thought we would just get all that out of the way, because next week I do not wish to have to redo this. We got all that planning and blah blah blah. So, on behalf of this one viewer remaining, never mind. We're gonna be heading back to that Slurpee over there in the yurt. On behalf of Mr. Hitmaker, Perfect Kilroy, Contingency X, well, anyway, goodbye. Great. I can't actually. And oh yeah, no, there it is. I forgot they moved it there, but fuck off. I got work to do.